morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in the world. I hope you're having a fabulous, what day is it today? Thursday. That's the day. That's the one. I hope you're having a fabulous Thursday. We're starting a little bit later today than usual, because I got into a fight. Well, not really. I had tasked myself a task that I didn't think was going to take as long as it did, hence the lateness. So basically, since this is one of those tasks that you don't realize you have to do, you know, when you're out in the world being I don't know, a fresh adult, you're still learning shit about life. And then you find out that sometimes freezers need de-icing. And I guess that's something that I knew of, but we had never done it. I had never personally done it before. But it was getting to the point with our current fridge freezer situation that the doors were getting really stuck in terms of being able to pull all the stuff in and out of it. Therefore, we weren't able to fill them up as often. It was being a real pain in the ass. And this is the emptiest the freezer has been in a while. So I said to Liam, well, we should do this before we then get our meat delivery and we fill it all up again. So now I know how to turn off my fridge freezer, because originally I didn't. And we were just gonna leave the door open, do whatever. And I spent a good hour just on the bottom shelf. And then I took a break for lunch. And when I came back, things were still the parts that I had defrosted were starting to frost up again. So I was like, this is gonna take a million years if I don't figure out how to do this. So luckily, because this is also the fridge freezer we inherited when we moved into the house. So that was over 3 years ago. And there's probably ice on the freezer from before that, because I can't picture an 80-year-old woman with COPD de-icing her freezer regularly. So yeah, so it was fun. But luckily, because the thing with a lot of appliances and stuff that are quite old is all of the sort of signage wears away, and it doesn't help that ours is built in. So the fridge and freezer are screwed to cabinets. So there's not even there's a logo on the front that I can be oh, this is the kind of fridge or freezer it is. Luckily, on the butter, in the door, there's a butter flap holder thing, whatever, that had a name on it. So I was able to sort of roughly Google and figure it out. So now I know how my fridge freezer turns off, and that helped the situation, but it still took 3 hours. I don't know if that's a normal amount of time to de-ice a freezer. That's the first time I've done it. I wouldn't wish that shit on anyone unless it was my worst enemy. You know how people talk about petty shit that if somebody wrongs you, it's oh, I wish that your socks always accidentally step into some water and you always have a wet sock, or I wish that your toast is always just that little bit too burnt or something like that. Those things where you're I would random annoyances to befall you. That's how much you've annoyed me. Not to the point where I want you dead, want to beat you up, whatever, but I just wish you some minor inconvenience in your life. I wish, not that I have beef with anybody, but this would be what I would do. I would wish for them to have 3+ years of ice on their freezer that needs de-icing, to the point where all of what little items you had in the freezer are at risk of melting or defrosting by the time you finish what you're doing. Luckily for us, all of the food, except for I had toast in there, I had bread in there, that could have been defrosted, and I had to throw out a few ice creams and popsicles, ice lollies if you're British. So it took a little bit. We had some food casualties in the situation, but luckily it's done now, and hopefully I don't have to do it again for another long time. Hi, good afternoon. Oh, I hope you're feeling better. I always appreciate the lurk. I'm so glad you stopped by. Say hi to everyone for me. All right, so what we are doing today, actually, let me pull out my reference photo, which I'm very excited about, is we are finally working on this cute needle felted ghost idea that I've had for a while. I should probably put this photo in my favorites. There we go, make it easier. That is based off of this little ghost here that I found at a Michael's when I was in Alberta, and it's like a ceramic looking guy. And I figured I didn't need a big ceramic thing. I also didn't want it to break in transit back home, but I figured he would make a perfect little needle felted creation. So that's what we're doing today. We're making a cute ghost inspired by this guy. So we'll see how it goes. We're still down here. Theoretically, I could move back into... I don't want to leave this here in case I get messages for anonymity purposes. The reference photo will be there. But yeah, so we'll see how it goes. We're still down here. Theoretically, I could move upstairs now. We are allowing Shadow back to use the stairs, like he's doing all right in that respect. But my craft table is currently filled with leftover Halloween decorations that I've not like put up around the house yet, and I'm not sure what, where I want them to go. So they're currently on the craft table. So I didn't feel like having to clear all that off. So we're still down here. It's cleaner down here than it is up there, so I might as well just stick it out. So I'm not entirely sure how big I want to make this. Thinking like maybe like yay big, because I want to be able to have enough room to make like the features. Shouldn't be that bad. I don't think it's going to be as big as our little bat friend that we've made before. Yeah, maybe we'll do this. Again, you can always add more, you can't take away more, but I still want to get like a decent size going with this guy. Okay, let's start. And let's cross the fingers and toes that we have minimal injury today. We want no stabbing today. Only of the felt, not of our fingers. And then the way that... Hopefully, the goal is to have this be able to stand up on its own as well, like sit up on its own. And it kind of has like a bit of a like wispy kind of base on the end. So I think that's what we're going with today. And we'll see how it goes. It is a bit of a smaller guy, so it's only 2 colors, so we might actually be able to get it done in one session. I do have it scheduled for us to be working on him again tomorrow, but if we get him done before then we can, I guess we can always just make more ghosts. There's nothing to say we can't make, like, multiple ghosts. And then maybe one of them can be included in our giveaway when we get to 200 followers. If that's your sort of thing you're into. Hey Leah, how you doing? Yeah, long time no lurk. I hope you're having a fabulous Thursday. Things are going all right for you. We are in the process of making a little ghost buddy. Yeah, I'm not doing too bad now that I've finally de-iced my freezer, and that took freaking forever, but now I don't have to worry about it, so we're all good now. That was today's mission. To be fair, I wanted to do some other things today as well, but that just like became the main thing. But that's all right. But yes, I'm super excited for this little ghosty. I've been thinking about him. I've conceptualized him for for such a long time. I'm excited for him to finally come to fruition. Yeah. Yeah, really. It was only because it was getting to the point where our drawers of the freezer were like getting stuck on the ice and we couldn't like put stuff in. You broke the scraper. They're here. They are here. I have them on standby. I'm doing pretty good right now. Yeah, we don't actually have a scraper, so I was using a spatula. I had like a metal spatula that I was using, and then we had this de-icer, which is supposed to like accelerate the process, and that apparently helped a little bit. And then I was doing like the warm water trick where you pour water on stuff and whatever. But yeah, definitely used all the kitchen appliances. And then I also had this like, cause it drained really weirdly, and because the freezer's like quite elevated, I had this like tower of various bowls and cuts and like Tupperware to like create a funnel so that I could then not have it pool all over the floor while it was draining. It was quite some shenanigans, but we got there in the end. But yeah, the finger protection. Fingy guards are here on standby just in case, but so far so good. I'm feeling a little bit dangerous today. Yeah, definitely. I guess that's true. I think we might have a car de-icer like in our garage. I love that. You're like, I owe you a spatula. Yeah, luckily Shadow's been a little trooper today. I feel like I've just like neglected him so hard. Like we went for our W and everything. And I guess normally I do other things during the day. But I don't know, for some reason it felt, because I was like in such hyper focus, I need to get this stuff done. But he's been like asleep on the sofa most of the afternoon, which has been great. So it would just add texture and pattern to the effect. Yeah, right? You're like, it's an artistic choice. Artistic de-icing. Okay, I think this is... He is going to be a little bit smaller than maybe I originally planned, but that's okay. That just adds to the cuteness. I was thinking they would have to be really small, but I have this, I guess it was meant to be like a Christmas advent calendar, but I painted it all like Beetlejuice stripey, this like house with little doors. And for my Halloween party last year, I did like a trick-or-treat thing where you got to like open one of the doors and you either got candy or you got a raisin. And I was looking at it and I was like, it would be kind of cute to have a bunch of like little critters, like little needle felted guys in the houses, like in the little doors. But they'd have to be really small. So I'm not sure. So part of me was like, oh, maybe I'll make a tiny ghost to go in there. But I think that might be too tiny. But we'll see. Maybe that'll happen eventually. I think like the needle felted frog I made ages ago, my like little frag interpretation, he would fit in them. Like, this is already quite ghost-like, considering that, like, this kind of looks like the no feet picture from Beetlejuice. But we're going for something else. This isn't the type of ghost we're making, though it is cute as well. So I finally... Actually, that was one of the things I was a bit bummed that this de-icing took so long, because I was hoping that we have these drawers in our spare room that I wanted to clean out. And then I was like, if I have time, I'll then play for the second time Disney Dreamlight. So I started playing that yesterday. And oh my god, it was so dangerous because like now I'm obsessed. And it's on Liam's PC, so I can only play it when he doesn't need his computer. And then I also like need to, you know, have a life and do things outside of it. But I think I played a good few hours yesterday and was so freaking excited about it. Because we were talking about it on Tuesday. Our friend Jazzy was playing it and was like, you need to start. And I'm like, I know I need to. It's downloaded. It's ready to go. Dude, why did it take me so long? I think it's one of those that I knew that when I got started, it was going to be like, that's it. I need to just play this all the time. And I knew I wasn't going to have that option. So I didn't want. It was one of those where I'm like, if I do this now, then it's going to, you know, bum me out that I can't play it all the time. But it's great. I thoroughly enjoy it. It's like has so many different things going for it. It like has a bit of like Stardew Valley and like Animal Crossing in terms of like all the foraging and the relationships you build with all the characters. And then there's like a little adventure mode. Then there's even like Sims elements in the sense that you can like do a lot of landscaping and you can do like, you know, organization of your house and stuff like that. I was like, there's just so much to this. I'll have to tell my friend because her brother worked on the game and like was responsible for a lot of the dialogue and stuff in it. And I'm going to have to message her and be like, yo, Josh did excellent. Trying to make his head, he is tall, but he is still quite round, so we're just rounding his head out a little bit. He's also getting a little flat, which isn't good, but I think it's because we don't have a whole lot of floss on him. I guess we can add some more. Let's make him a little bit thicker. Around him. Gonna do safety first. Put some safety on here. Only because I want to make him a little denser and that seems to be flattening him out. And we are making a 3-dimensional ghost. I think if we were like turning him into like a brooch or a pin or something, then we could make him a little bit flatter, but that's not the goal. It's not the goal today. So. Maybe what we can do, if we have like multiple, I don't know, again, I'm like getting super ahead of myself. Because we still have our no-name ghosty mascot. And so, possibly, what we can do is if we make this ghost, maybe either during the later half of stream or tomorrow, we can then do this ghost as inspo. So, hello. Hi, Mr. Dragon Lord. How are you doing? Yes, we are stabbing today. Hopefully not our fingers. Just the wool. I hope you're having an excellent Thursday. I hope everything is going well for you. We need more dimension. Okay. I don't know how much that did. Yeah, how's your it's go-karting, right? How's all that been going? I have long neglected my YouTube channel, which is really just supposed to be like uploads of these streams after the fact, but I've not uploaded them in a hot minute, so I have a backlog for months. Months and months and months. So I need to get back on that, but I will eventually. Yeah, it's been going well. Oh, it's God, I'm so glad you're enjoying it. That's the main thing, right? You don't ever want to have it, you know, you don't ever want your creative outlets to feel like a chore and to feel burdensome. You want to make sure that they bring you joy. So I'm glad it is doing that for you. I think we're gonna try and bring this guy down, and then I think what'll happen is we'll be adding more to this body here in order to give us the shape we want. It's one of those where I never want to use too much because I'm always worried that then I'm gonna have too much, but sometimes it does get annoying when I just feel like I'm constantly adding and adding more. So yeah, is it one of those that you need to, you probably need to pay up front to get into competitions and stuff, eh? Yeah, that's the only thing when you get into, like, any sort of competitive sporting, whether it be, like, racing or, like, sports-related teams and stuff like that, there's usually, like, entrance fees for tournaments and stuff, isn't there? So that can always be a bit of a blow to the budget. I guess that's why, and then again, that's why, like, people get sponsors and things like that. But when you're just starting out, it can be, I assume, you know, unless you know people, to get a sponsorship to help pay those sorts of fees can be difficult when you're first starting out. I assume. I'm talking like I know what I'm talking about. I absolutely don't. I don't do sport in any capacity. The only thing I do is rock climbing. But even then, that's been a bit few and far between. Oh, I love it. It's been excellent to me. So, what? 5 years now? So, it definitely feels like home, that's for sure. And yeah, it's been good. Mind you, I am in my own, like, little bubble. So. But I did venture forth back into London again last Saturday and survived, so you know. I'm getting back out into the world. It's taken me a little bit longer, though I do know there are people who are still struggling to get back out in the world in regards to like COVID stuff and whatever. Yeah, I've been here for 5 years, so it's been a minute. Yeah, I'm not, like, fresh off the plane anymore. Okay. Yeah, it'd be funny to run into anybody. I don't know if I would recognize you if I just, like, randomly saw you somewhere in the UK. You know what I mean? Like, maybe I walk by people that I know online all the time and I just don't recognize them. I don't think that's the case, but I feel like I wouldn't know necessarily. He is a bit flatter than maybe I would like, but this guy's like more, he's a bit skinny as well. So maybe that's just canonically ghosts are thinner. they're, you know, I don't know. can maybe try to do something to round this out, but so far, I think we want to work on our, like, baseline body shape, I think. At least that's what I'm thinking of doing. We're definitely going to need to add more wool down here, just because this is so much thinner compared to all the stuff we've, like, packed into this top portion. So we're gonna keep going. Okay. So, I feel like he needs to be, again, a bit wider on the edges. We need to beef up, like, his cheek area. We don't necessarily need any more wool up top on the top of his noggin, but we need to start, like, building outwards, I think. But we do need to attach all of this to the top of his head and not have, like, little flyaways. So inevitably there will be a little bit added to the fold, added to the top. But yeah, that's looking better. Might add a little bit more on either side though, because obviously once we felt that down, it's gonna get denser than it is currently. There we go. Sorta, kinda, maybe. Again, remind you to remind me that it never quite looks like what you want it to for like 90% of the time you're needle felting. Though in this instance, it's like pretty freaking obvious it's a ghost. Because it's not like, you know, you're doing a baseline color, then we're going over top of it with different colors. Like, I think I could be like, look guys, I'm making a ghost. And you guys would be like, yeah, that makes sense. But it doesn't look like the ghost we're going for, and it won't until like we're 90% of the way done. Because that's just how that shiz works. I don't make the rules of needle felting, that's just what happens. Oh, I watched another Ghibli movie last night. Watched Tales of Earthsea, which is alright. I have read up, though, that apparently it's quite, like, a deviation, because it's based off of a book series. It's, like, I don't know, I guess it's a pretty well-known, like, fantasy, I don't know if it's, I would call it, I think it's meant to be, like, a children's fantasy book series by, the woman's first name is Ursula Le Guin. I could be bastardizing that. But apparently, yeah, it was not to their stand. No, well, it wasn't an adaptation in the sense of what she would like, and there's like a bit of drama behind it because she originally didn't want anyone to have the rights to adapt her work, and then saw Hayao Miyazaki's, I think she saw My Neighbor Totoro and was like, okay, you can adapt my novel, but only if you direct. But he was busy filming Howl's Moving Castle at the time, so the Ghibli director, who wasn't him, tapped Hayao Miyazaki's son to direct, and I don't think, it sounds like Hayao Miyazaki wasn't too pleased with it either, so Dad wasn't pleased about it, and neither was the author. So they said, you know, it was a decent movie, but like not in the sense of an adaptation. So I didn't mind it. It was like meh. But I'm very, very excited because pretty sure my like S tier favy fave is next to watch because I'm doing reverse chronological order. And I'm pretty sure the next one I'm going to be watching is Howl's Moving Castle, and that's my favorite. So that'll be exciting. I've never actually watched it subbed before. I've only ever watched it dubbed, so I'm looking forward to that. Oh, this is why we wear protection. Tea of the day is masala chai, black tea. From Jolene's Tea House in Banff. I have one more Jolene's tea house tea left. I have a creamy Earl Grey left, and then that's it for my Jolene sampler pack, which is a shame, but it's all good. Okay, I think what's gonna have to happen, because he keeps getting flatter, we need to work on this shape, and then we'll work on like making him bigger. We'll work on like the basic silhouette outline, and then we can work on like adding 3D to him later. Okay. So based on this sort of here. Okay, so we've assumed that that's sort of the noggin shape we're going with. Now we need to start sort of tapering around here. And it sort of goes like off to the side like that. So that's more of a curve here, whereas this guy sort of comes in a bit earlier, because then we have him going off to the side like that. It's kind of. There we go, because this needs to be a lot more like fluid in terms of its curve. guess another way we could try and build this all out. This sort of like really don't know how I ended up getting this so flat. Maybe we just need to like straight up like add a ball of fluff to the back. Going like so off script. That's fine. I know I said we were gonna do the shape, the silhouette first and then focus on the shape, but it is bothering me, so we're going to try to fix it now. Of how chaotic this looks. Okay, now he's actually starting to take a 3D shape. It's not even like I want him to be like massively three-dimensional. I just want him to like have some semblance of 3D to them. I probably should have like started with a ball maybe and then added on to the ball itself. I think when I was trying to create this shape, I just ended up sort of flattening all the fibers, and that was counterintuitive to what the initial goal was. So if we just kind of work on making like a sphere with stuff hanging off of it, that might be... Actually, if we just... Like, it started out cute, and then we went a little bit off the rails. We will get back to the cuteness once we figure out the shape. This is gonna be our face side. So now this is going to be a lot bigger than I intended it to be. So I don't know. There's still quite a bit we can sort of shrink down, but because we have such a hard, like, internal core right now, I don't quite know. Operation, you know, spherical blob is forging ahead. To be fair, in our attempt to make this sort of sphere, we are sort of starting to get the shape of this the way we want it. It doesn't look like it now, but I feel like we are moving in that direction. I think we will need to flatten it a little bit to like get his features on there, but I think it's more about the shape being a bit more three-dimensional. Do a bit more shrinking just because, again, I don't know. It's a good thing I brought down a lot more packages of white wool. So I was like, whatever, we're gonna make a small guy, but I'm like, I don't know, maybe we'll make multiples. It's like, no, we're actually accidentally making a giant one, so we need a lot more wool. That's fine. It's all good. Ow. This is why we wear protection. There we go. First stab of the day. Lesson learned. Stop walking on the wild side. This is now getting to the density that we require. We're still keeping the roundedness. Okay, now we got to work on the body, yaddy, yaddy. Going to basically add all the way around because I don't want to risk flattening out again. Because basically we have to make this part so beefy that this cylindrical portion can start melding together with it. And I think we are far away from that goal. I also should start attaching these higher up just because I don't want to start like trying to create a neck situation because that's not what we're trying to accomplish. So what I'm hoping is that by going at it sort of vertically, I am starting to create those like knots in the wool without creating some sort of like neck situation. Put these back on. Oh, the other problem too now is because we started at the top, now the top of him is quite top heavy. So in terms of standing up on his own, not entirely sure. option, I guess. I've never attempted this, but what if we like kept this external stuff because we're happy with that, and then attempted to sort of like fill in the body around this? That seems a little bit nuts, but then this is sort of like our nice stuff that we layer over top afterwards. I don't know. Just because I'm worried about continuing to add to the head situation. So if we can sort of like never done this sort of like reverse engineering of a needle felt before, but we'll see how it goes. This could work. This is actually good because he doesn't necessarily need to be tall. So even if we just make this like a tiny bit longer, we can probably use everything. I don't know if this is too dense now, but I think we can sort of make him a bit stubbier, which I think would also help in the keeping him able to stand upright. On to something, friends. I think it also helps bridge the gap between these two. So we're getting rid of the neck situation. There might be like a compensation, there might be a bit of like a growth on the side, but I'm hoping that we can then felt that inward and get rid of that just to have it be a lot more seamless. You guys can hear that. That's the dryer absolutely losing its mind in the next room. because that was the other thing when I was de-icing, because everything was melting and stuff. I think I used like so many towels and like tea towels and stuff like that that I'm like, you all need to go straight in the washing machine. Even denser. Although I have these on and I'm like using my non-protected fingers to hold this. There we go. Okay, cool. So that's a bit better. And then we can add more to this underside of the ghost and continue the beef up process down here. And then that will hopefully girth, I guess, of the body part. Oh, someone's gone belly up. Can you tell someone's on the sofa? You can just where is it? Right there. You can see a foot right there. There we go. This is sort of, kind of, maybe. Okay, now that that's not as problematic, we can then add more depth this side. Is this gonna be long enough? Possibly. Because I think if we sort of operate on this being thick enough to be a base, then we can sort of maneuver some wispies to give it the idea that it's laying sort of to the side. We can give it a little point with the extra floofs from this, as long as the base of our ghost is flat and heavy, flat, and thick enough that it can support itself. I think now I'm going for sort of like the flattening of this. Might actually open up a new pack and just really add. That might be too much, but maybe not. right now we're just making sure that the like body portion or leading to the base portion of the ghost is sturdy enough and flat enough so that it can support the weight of its head, because we put so much effort and into shaping the top part of this that all of the density is now in the head, which will make it difficult for this to stand up straight if that is the goal, for it to like not need to be like to be displayable and hold himself upright without any assistance. That is the goal. Doesn't help that like the felting mat is like an uneven surface. I guess I can, because I'm not actually going like through the mat, we can use this for the purposes of making this the right flatness. Hopefully I'm not making this part too thin. I don't think I am. I'm just really trying to secure shiz into place. Yeah, this still seems like a little bit thinner than the head portion, but we also haven't put all of these floofies down on it as well. So we'll see. Here we go. Sort of hold itself up a little bit. Okay, so if we operate on that, now we can work on bringing all of this stuff down, and then we can work on the ultimate shaping of our ghost. Trying to get rid of any indicator that there would be like a neck. We're trying to make this a seamless transition. This is actually working really well. I think there are sections that look a bit like they're two separate pieces, but everything else is looking pretty smooth. And then of course too, when we go to like put the features on, we can obviously pick what side like looks the best in terms of So if we sort of operate on the idea that this is the front of our ghost, let's pull up our photo. So this is what we're starting with. So we need to sort of, ooh, I wonder if flipped. Ooh, that's actually much better because it already is sort of making that transition over here. Perfect. Okay. So we kind of need to, the idea is that he'll be sitting like this. He sort of dips in on this side while being a bit more shapely on this side. We might need to add okay, see, now it's starting to take shape. Initially I was like, I don't know if it's gonna happen, but I believe it is starting to. And then if we put more of an emphasis down here in this direction. A need. Oh, perfect. To add some more sort of this side. Because while this is coming in, this part needs to go out a little bit more. Boo! Hi, Jazzy! Good morning. How are you doing? How's your day? Oh my god, I started playing Disney Dreamlight yesterday and I'm obsessed. It's dangerous. I want to play it all the time now, but I can only play it when Liam doesn't need his computer. So we'll see. I might have to ask very nicely. But it's so good. It's so good. I'm annoyed it's taken me so long to actually play it. Exactly, right? I finally, one of us. I finally joined in on all the excitement. Right? Honestly. Like, not even kidding. Absolutely. It's so much fun. I love collecting stuff. I love making friends with everyone. I've just unlocked the new biome to like go and chat with Ursula, so I'm not like crazy far, but I've like, you know, the first world I've succeeded in, so I'm really excited about that. Okay. We can get a little bit more floof. I am a little bit like, I'm hoping almost, I don't know if they will, but I'm kind of hoping that they like add to it over time, because eventually I'd like to just like meet all of my favorite Disney characters, because I think there's like obviously a finite amount of characters they could include in the game, but I want everyone to be involved. I'm like, give me all of my Disney friends. Oh, no way. That's awesome. I love everyone's little houses. Like, I want to see, because I've only played one day, I want to go back today and like see what new stuff is in like Scrooge's store and like what new stuff that Goofy has. Just look at... I did. Oh shit, I brought it upstairs. I did finish it yesterday. I need to figure out how I'm gonna finish it, as in like a hoop, what I'm gonna put it in. But the actual cross stitching itself is done now. I did. She is finished. Yeah, I finished her, Monday. Monday I finished. But yes, now I need to figure out, what sort of a hoop or something, or like how, like what sort of a frame I'm gonna put it in, and then I get to send it off to you. I know, it's so great. I know, I should have taken a photo of it. By the end of the stream, I'll take a photo of it and I'll send it to you. It's very exciting. Okay. I'm just trying to add a bit more body to this side of the ghost, just to give us the shape we're looking for. He's kind of going like this, so therefore if this is coming in and this is sort of going this way, I think we still need more volume. Trying not to use like new wool, because we still have a whole bunch like down here that we don't need all of, so hopefully this will be enough to give us the shape we desire. I think so. I think it will seem that way once we sort of... Boop, 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 boop. Okay, so this is sort of the shape we've got. Jets off to the side here. Yes, I think if we maybe make his head a little pointier always and forever making the head pointier. So we've made him round. We've established that this is the front of him. So we should now be able to work on like more shape related stuff or more silhouette related stuff as opposed to like the three-dimensional shape. Ideally. Because we want to be able to make him stand up on his own. So unfortunately, all of this extra wool, I think, will get in the way of that. I don't really want to cut it, but if I can have it sort of go in front, this could work. Front and like behind him. Yes. Yes, yes. I think this could work. To make sure that this is Ooh. See, now that we know what side is going to be the front, we can actually make him a little smaller again. As long as we're not sort of ruining the integrity of this. Okay, we're once again losing the curve of this, which is annoying. I know it's like super slight and it might, I feel like I'm being a bit of a stickler about it, but actually, maybe by making the head pointier, that then negates the problem. I don't know. I don't know. guess now what we can do is work on since this is the back end, I think it's fine to probably even bring this back on itself. Seems like maybe too much. There we go. If we sort of gently pull away at some of it, some of the fibers that aren't really attached to anything will come out, and that will thin this a little bit more. We can thin out, the better it will be for us in terms of moving all of this over. This is the front here. And we've dipped it over in this section here. And now we're basically just trying to the ghost is designed, it's kind of like his tail is like flowing in a certain direction. So this is working for us, but we need to option is to sort of wrap this under and around and continue making it part of the base, but that might contribute to some lopsidedness, but I guess we won't know until we try. And we can always again add more to the base to flatten it out if we need to. Sort of this first half. This is the part that we kind of need to hide. This part can sort of slink off of it in its own way. But this part here, we need to sort out. Because we don't need this. Oh, I need a granola bar break, everyone. Oh, I have no concept of time, so. Yeah, it'll be like, no one look at the back. It doesn't kind of matter what is happening over there. Okay, he's still intact. So I do like these wispies, but they are a little bit too long for me. Back into project. Can stay. You need to go. I want to keep these wispies, but I will take them to the edge of the initial design and then sort of go from there. I know it doesn't look like anything. It's like a dense marshmallow. But if we pull this up, I think this is sort of the shape that we're going for. I am quite pleased with that. I think this can actually taper down a little bit. Like down this way. Down to a little bit more of a point. make sure all of our little scragglies have been picked up and put into place. Stand up on your own. So far so good. Just really make sure that all of these leaning a little bit forward. I think if we do this, that could help straighten her out a little bit. Okay. So yeah, I think we'll leave the little wispies for now. Again, if it's really like not doing it for us, we can always stick them back into place. But I think I am happy with this. I don't know if I want to say that and then I like continue to make changes. But I just want to make sure that this bend is like really obvious. I think that comes from doing this a bit more on the back end. Again, making sure that this is a bit more on edge as well. Just really getting that okay, I think I just need to stop faffing with it. Okay. Let's leave my options there. So next is to add the arms. And the arms are gonna sort of go here. So I think what we might do, we have about 10 minutes-ish. I think maybe we'll start the arms, maybe not attach them, but... Now I don't know if I want it to be like the picture and have it be like really attached to the picture or the base of the body, or if I want them to sort of come out a little bit. I'm not sure. That these will be relatively small arms. problem with doing like tiny things. It just feels like you're just kind of stabbing at nothing, and it is so much frizzier because I can't like capture the threads as much as I want to, but we will get there. We start trying to make it a bit shorter in the name of density. I think that will work out for us. Probably will only get one arm mostly done, but we'll be back here tomorrow doing the same thing, and I do think that we'll be able to finish our little ghosty friend by the end of stream tomorrow. Definitely. I think the biggest issue obviously was getting the body sorted, and now we will be just working on the features, which hopefully, knock on all the wood, isn't too much of a pain. And then I think if we have time afterwards, what we'll do is try to make like a small version of unofficial stream mascot ghost. We will actually opt for tiny because this guy is too big for what the game plan originally was. I have to remember like to work in shapes. So first it's like make the ball of the ghost, and then you can work on like adding extensions to the body and stuff like that. I think I went straight for like almost like in a cookie cutter 2D way, and then I tried to 2Dify it and then was like, let's make it 3D, whereas it's like, no, you got to do basic shapes first and then you can start messing about with like silhouettes and junk. But I don't know, hey ho. Every opportunity to learn. Now, is this the right sort of size? I think so. I don't think it's too big. Is like roughly the right size. Okay, cool. I definitely think we need to fill in the rest of that, but like we can make this a bit longer. Actually, it might be worth bringing this down even more just so that when we attach it, we have a lot less of a tail to do so. Sorry for what? I don't know what you're apologizing for. Oh no, not a problem. I always appreciate when people lurk, so I never feel offended. Yeah, I spent like 3 hours de-icing the freezer today, and I'm like over like house chores now. I'm like, nope, that's it. I'm done for the rest of the week. But yeah, definitely like vacuuming and mopping and sweeping, because you're like doing like a big upper arm sort of workout, and half the time too, the thing you're using is like not the right kind of height for you to ergonomically do things. Like, it takes a lot out of you, so I'm not surprised that you're pooped afterwards. I like when I vacuum the house, I work up like such a sweat, like trucking the vacuum all over the place and stuff. Like, I don't need to work out, I just have to clean my house. That's a workout in and of itself. Good evening, Knitting Tiger. How you doing? I hope you're having a fabulous Thursday. We are... I want to say like 80%, maybe like 75% finished our little ghosty. Yeah, are you still working on your massive one? Or do you have like different diamond painting projects that you like switch back and forth between? Okay, I think... that is the idea. Sort of like his arms are sort of like right in the crux of that like hip dip situation. That's awesome. Okay, so I think that is like the right placement for this arm. I know I should probably make the other one before I attach this though. It's always so tempting just to do it anyway. Just to be like, screw it, it's finished, it goes on the thing. Okay. Ugh. Maybe we'll go for a little bit longer, and we'll try to finish the other arm and attach it. That seems like too much. Maybe a little bit more. Something like this. Okay. This is enough. Okay, let us attempt to make another hand. Which will be cool, because then tomorrow all we'll be doing is like the black features. And that should hopefully not take too long. We can probably even, I don't know. Depends on if we want to try to stay true to the inspiration item or if we want to go off script in terms of like with the eyes and stuff, because I still have some like little plastic eyes that we could use the like awl and stick some holes in it and shove the eyes in there, or we can try to felt the eyes in a way that looks like the inspiration photo. That I am not sure of yet. I don't know what I want to do in that respect yet. But we shall see. But first, make it the hand. This one looks like it's gonna be too thin. Ooh. We'll see though. It might be alright. It might be alright. Keep our fingers and toes crossed, guys. This guy's gonna be too thin. We need to add a little bit more. That's a bit nicer in terms of density. And again, we'll start working its way down like we do with the other one, just so that the tail that we're attaching to isn't as long. So just bring all this down, and then that will give us the density we want and remove the length. Yeah? Ooh. Yeah, I don't know. You're not obligated to. I'll have to think of something. You've sent me stickers. I won one of your giveaways and got stickers, which was very exciting. am open to it. I'm like, it's not necessary, but if you would like to, by all means, you can. This guy needs to get chonkier. He is not chonky enough. Okay, that is the thickness we want. Now we just need everything else to... Except it's not... yeah, okay, cool. Though I don't think there's enough here to make this thick enough. Ooh. Ah! All my tails are attaching together. Yeah, that would be cool. Could make me like a teacup or a toadstool. That would be super cute. I don't know how, depending on how big it is, I don't know how much that would be to like ship. But that would be super cute. I like that idea. I guess they're like little like, cause you don't really, do you hang up latch hooks or do you like use them as like little carpets? You know what I mean? I don't know. Either way. I like a little fuzzy thing, a little fuzzy picture. Yeah. Oh, you can make it into a pillow as well? I never even thought about that. That would be really cute. Yeah. That would be super cute. Don't stress about it. If it's like gonna be stressful and stuff, then don't worry about it. But like if you think it'll be a fun little thing for you to do, then absolutely I would love it. It would make me very happy. Excellent! Yay! Oh, I love it. I already think I know where it'll go. If it's a little pillow, then it can go in our spare room on the little pull-out couch, and it would just look super cute. Look awesome. Why is this? Okay. We are slowly getting here. I don't know why this one is such a struggle. I guess because we're trying to match something that already exists. Like we're already trying to match another arm. And so it's getting a bit... Okay. So now this one is too thick, which is fine because... we can shorten it. Divot came from, but it makes me annoyed. Okay. Okay. This is working. We just need to be patient. We just need to be patient, and we just need to trust in the process. I think it's because we added that extra on top. Is that why it's being all wonky? I don't know. Okay, are these... No, we still need to make this guy longer. We're getting there now. We've got to believe. We've got to believe. Okay, they're the right length, but this is still really thin. Am I gonna regret this? I guess I can always make this part the back if I'm like super annoyed about it. How it looks, but we need to make this a little bit thicker. See, now they don't. Oh, it's like doing eyeliner, guys. It's like you get one really good, and then you're like, oh, maybe if I just do, and then this one's too thick, and then you gotta add more to the other one, and then that one's too thick, and next thing you know, you have raccoon eyes. Okay. I don't know. I think it's just gonna be the way it is. Okay. Let's look for placement in terms of okay. I'm going for it. We're just gonna do it. Like that. Okay. do think I want them to be actually attached. Okay. And then we just got to attach these, or finish attaching them. Okay, I'm getting really excited now. He's looking cute. Quickly incorporate this into here. Just shaking everything. Vigorous stabbing. Okay. I'm just gonna incorporate this guy over here. Okay, let's do another stand-up test. Oh, so far so good. All right. So as you can see, this is where we're at right now. I am super excited. Now all that's left to do are the features. So we're going to do that tomorrow. And then I assume we'll have time to do other things. So we'll probably, I don't know, maybe try to make another ghost, but like make a smaller ghost. Yeah, just like maybe see how mini we can go. Maybe we can like try this guy again, but like see if we can like make him like half the size or something like that. All right. Yes. Okay. Let me put the stabby things away before we raid out so I don't accidentally hurt myself. But like I said again, we will be back here tomorrow. Hopefully it should be at our regular time, so it should be our regular 3 to 6. I'm not planning to do any 3-hour-long projects, any 3-hour-long housework projects again tomorrow. So we should be on time tomorrow. But obviously I'll let you guys know if that changes, where that will happen. Most likely will be here on the gram. But yeah, and then yeah, we have our little black pieces to do our features. All right, let's see. Last time I went and rated out, it didn't like show me who I was hosting, and I needed to like crawl all over the place to find who to whatchamacallit. Find the person's page. So what I might do is pull up their stream now, and then I won't have to faff about with everything. Okay, so if I mute that, and then this will load up, so then that will be fine, and then I can just pop over. Thank you so much for stopping by, Jazzy. I appreciate you so much. Always thankful for you to be around. Let's go see our friend Saul. He is, I don't know what he's doing. He's probably playing some vintage games, and you know, we enjoy having a chit chat with him. So let's go and say hello. Oh, he's playing Stray. He's playing the cat game, I think. Yeah, he's playing the cat game. There we go. He's playing the nice wholesome cat game. Let's do that then. And then I will hopefully see you guys tomorrow for the finishing touches on our little ghosty friend. All right, let's go raid. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you tomorrow, hopefully. Bye.